Hi everybody, welcome to this week's edition of That's My Jam. I'm Debbie Wood with We Be Jammin' and We Be Jammin' Events. This week we thought we were going to change things up a little bit and we're going to show you some delicious breakfast recipes with some of our fan favorites. And I hope you sit back, enjoy, and relax. And please, 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 please follow us on We Be Jammin' RI on Facebook and Instagram, so you can see all of our recipes, but also to get the information about our sales and new products as we release them. So I hope you enjoy this segment. Wait till you see the candied maple bacon to die for. So here's Jeremy.
All right. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back for another episode of That's My Jam. Today we are going to be using our butters and our maple syrup. Our maple syrup is from West Virginia. That is where our maple syrup comes from. And we have our 5 butters. We start off with our apple butter, our naturally sweetened apple butter, a little less sugar than the regular, and pecan apple butter, monkey butter, and pumpkin butter. A lot of people always ask, obviously a lot of them are very, their name tells you exactly what they are. The monkey butter is actually bananas, mango, and pineapple. And I think you really have to do like pineapple and mango for that one. My wife actually uses that one. She likes that. Before we get started, I also wanted to show you that on our website. On our website now, if you click on the upper 3 tabs in the corner, we can slide down and you can now go on That's My Jam Cooking Show. As you scroll up, every week's episode, what we made on top is right there. Click on the play button and you can watch all of our cooking shows. We would love that. Let's see. Also, we are going to make candied bacon today. All right, so we're going to get right started with that. So I have our bacon here, and literally I got thick cut bacon. So I have 2 nice pieces here. Cut one up, pre-cut already with already pre-cut one with a knife. Here's the bowl I was looking for. So I'm going to take a 1/4 cup of the apple butter. And a lot of times people say, even at our shows and different things, they always want to know what the apple butter looks like. This is room temperature apple butter. I'd say the consistency a little bit thicker than applesauce. When you put it, when it gets colder, it gets a little bit thicker. Today we are going to actually add a 1/4 cup of maple syrup to that. So we have the apple butter and the maple syrup. You literally could mix any one of these butters that you choose to. And what I like to do is blend it all the way until it's a nice, smooth consistency. You can see all the parts mixed in together. Nice little brown soup there. And what we're going to use, we're actually going to candy our bacon with that. So we have our air fryer here, and we're going to put that on 390, and we're going to put it on 10 minutes. And what we're going to do is we are going to place our bacon right into, I just put little cube-sized pieces and putting them right into the air fryer. You can either put them on foil. This one's on just a little bit of a grate with a little silicone cover, keeps it raised. All right, we have our bacon there, and we're going to throw those in there and start it. Hit the off button instead of the start button. There we go. 10 minutes. So as that is going in there, we will then about 5 minutes, when there's 5 minutes left to go, we're going to add a couple little dollops right there on each of the pieces, and then those will harden and candy on those for the last 5 minutes, making a wonderful, wonderful treat. So while that's cooking, we're actually going to show you some other things that we do with the butters. But for first, we wanted to also talk about, it is salad dressing season. We are going to Goddard Park this Friday. We're there from 9 to 1, almost every Friday, weather dependent, and as long as we don't have another show that day or a conflicting show. And what we bring down there is smaller than what we have in the store, but I do bring a very good array of items down there. And like I said, we'll be down there on Friday from 9 to 1. So definitely come down and check us out. And let's see some of these salad dressings that you can see. First, we're going to start with our vinaigrettes. We have 3 vinaigrettes. We have our apple cider vinaigrette. We have our blueberry balsamic vinaigrette. And my wife's favorite, peach vinaigrette. This is very, very good. These ones are very flavorful, very well liked in the vinaigrette department. Now we're going to go to, let's go to our creamy ones. We have bacon ranch dressing, creamy garlic dressing. Go to our website, look at our last cooking shows. We made a nice creamy garlic dressing sauce with honey glazed chicken. That one came out very, very well. We also have our garden ranch. If you love ranch, you would definitely love ours. Another white creamy one we have is a Vidalia onion cucumber dill dressing. This is very, very good. It is also good on pizza, pickled pizza. We learned that at the Big E last year. Once again, we will be there again this year in the Rhode Island building, so definitely come visit us while we're down there. Let's move on to our poppy seeds. We have 3 poppy seeds. We got our Vidalia onion poppy seed. We have our strawberry poppy seed and our cherry poppy seed. Okay, our poppy seeds, the poppy seeds are not, they're more slivered than the real thick ones that are going to get stuck in your teeth. So it makes it pretty enjoyable. I know sometimes the poppy seeds can be really crunchy or big. You're not going to find that here with these 3. We also have 2 other Vidalia onions. My favorite, Vidalia onion honey mustard, and Vidalia onion peppercorn dressing. This one here, definitely, that is a go-to for salad for me. These next 2 can not only be dressings, these are great as marinades. We have our roasted garlic parm dressing, and we also have our lemon herb dressing. Very good with chicken, before you put it on the grill, or even before you put it in the oven, or air fryer, as we love to do here. Roasted garlic and parm, that is going to taste great over chicken. I always tell people a little less than half, maybe a quarter cup of, say, some chicken broth. Put 4 chicken breasts in your crock pot. Put that on high for 4 hours or low for 6 hours. And if you choose to shred it, I like to shred it up and add just a little bit more of the dressing. And then from there, what I'd like to do is make a rice, and we'll put like a pulled chicken over the rice. And we have 2 left. We have summer tomato and bacon dressing, summer tomato and bacon, and our southern peach dressing. Southern peach, more creamier than obviously not the vinaigrette where it's more vinegary. All right, so those are all our dressings. We wanted to get those out there, especially this, this spring. We're going to be at, like I said, we're going to be at multiple farmers market. We're going to be in Tiverton at the Tiverton's Farmers Market. Oh, I'm sorry, that was over the winter. We are at the Attleboro Farmers Market. Attleboro Farmers Market, and that is in La Salette Shrine. Great place. That is a really, really good one. And we're also on Sundays. We are at Fishman's Memorial, and that's up in Narragansett. So definitely that one, I believe, is also 9 to 1 as well.
Garden City Farmers Market.
All right, and then this coming Sunday, we would love for you to come see us. We're at the Garden City Farmers Market. This is their first ever farmers market in Garden City in Cranston, right at the gazebo. Please come on down. You'll be able to buy all these products that you see here today. I'm going to pause our bacon. I always give it a little bit of a shake, the little pieces. And all we're going to do is just add, like I said, a dollop just to each piece. And those are going to candy. Okay, we'll put those back in and back for another 5 minutes. Okay, so another thing that we can do with apple butter, I love to put it in granola. All right, I got some nice Big Bear granola, Dave's Market. It's on sale this week. Shout out to Dave's Market, love them. We have a 1/4 cup here of the apple butter. Mix that right in there. And as you mix it in, this is a nice afternoon treat, especially for kids after school, even for breakfast if you're on the go. And it just adds a nice consistency to it, this granola here, and with that sweetness, really, really good. Okay, so I'm going to bring that up there. All right, so we have our oatmeal. And let's see, we are also going to, of course, you can always do it with toasts. So we have our toast. All right, our toast here, a little bit of apple butter, spread some on there, wonderful. If you notice the air fryer smoking at all, what I do in the last 5 minutes, I always just open it up and give it a little shake around. All right, and that way they're all just really fully coated. And I do that probably about 3 times just so that they don't either lay on top of each other or overcook in just one area. Okay, also for breakfast, we have pancakes. Who doesn't love pancakes for breakfast? So we have some wonderful pancakes here. All right, and what I go ahead and did, so the same exact mixture that we did with the 1/4 cup maple sugar and the 1/4 cup of apple butter, I blended those again. Now, I was thinking I could also, I love the pumpkin with the maple syrup. That also gives it a nice, good flavor. Once you mix them together and heat them up into the, I heat it up in the microwave. Now it's more thin, but it's got a nice texture to it. We're gonna pour that right over our pancakes. Perfect. Great. And now we have our granola, we have our pancakes, we also have regular toast. We got just a couple minutes left on that bacon, and they look like they are coming very, very well. We have just 2 minutes left on that. Pumpkin butter. Pumpkin butter is great with graham crackers. I actually put it out one time at a party, put this in a nice bowl. Around it, I put some cinnamon graham crackers on one side, some plain graham crackers on the other side, and it was a perfect dip, and I also served it cold, not room temperature. Once again, monkey butter, you can use this, you can add it to fruit parfaits, you can add it to yogurt, all of these butters as well. Toppings for toast, toppings for bagels, pancakes, a spread on a sandwich, especially with cheese or nut butter. Let's see, we have savory dishes. You can use apple butter as a glaze for meats, such as pork or chicken, adding a sweet and tangy flavor. You can also mix it into barbecue sauces or salad dressings for a little unique twist. That kind of seems like it would go on the trend of like the hibachi ginger dressing that they have. Okay, these are just about done. 1 minute left. All right, and I just need to grab something to put those bacon on when they come out. All right, I'm gonna just make little room here on our pancake platter, I think, and slide those over. That's the maple syrup, the pecan apple butter. Obviously, apples just with pecans. Like I said, the natural sweetened apple butter is just a little less sugar, no added sugar, just the sugar from the fruit. All right, so we are done. We are done here. And now we are going to take our, I can just grab a fork out of there. Okay, and we're going to take a fork. We don't want to use our tongs, we just use them. And I didn't have another display ready, but these things are going to pretty much speak for themselves because they are amazing. As you let this sit now, it will harden a little bit because of the maple syrup mixed in. And I was just thinking about what I would do with these if I was at home. Look at those wonderful little, it's probably been referred to as cracked bacon before, candied bacon, anything like that. What I would do with this, put it under a nice cracker, maybe a nice little sweet jalapeno. Nice little sweet jalapeno sitting right on top of there. Maybe some cream cheese in between that and between the bacon and that sweet jalapeno. Make a great appetizer. I cannot wait until we are done with this because I get to eat all of this wonderful stuff. So once again, we are talking today about our butters. Butters here, come on in, butters and maple syrup, all the things we can do for breakfast, very quick, very easy. Once again, this weekend, come see us. Friday, we are at Goddard Park, 9 to 1 Farmers Market, and we're also at Garden City on Sunday, and that one is from, I believe that is 10, I believe it's 11 to 3. Someone's gonna verify that for me right now, but I'm pretty sure that it starts at 11. And but either way, come onto our Facebook. We can definitely have all that information there for you. And thank you for another episode of That's My Jam. And once again, check us out on our Facebook, on our website, and you can get all of these recipes and everything that we do here. All right, have a great day.